feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank. When it take a swim, only option is to win.
Welcome to the Shrimp Tank post-show wrap-up. I'm your host, Daniel Goodwin, and my co-host today, Dr. John Newbold from Sam Houston State University College of Business. And we had a great show today with Evan Blair and Ross Flurry. These guys are the founders of the Woodlands Young Entrepreneur Network, and this is a network for young entrepreneurs that is really up and coming and growing fast. You guys putting on events. You have 1,800 or so members, and you're really providing a resource and an outlet here in our community for aspiring entrepreneurs, really primarily younger entrepreneurs, but of all ages, right, guys?
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah, and doing some great things, exciting things. You're going to want to download a complete replay of their show. It's going to be at houston.shrimptankpodcast.com, and you can also get their show on iTunes. So go to iTunes, grab the show. We did a deep dive on entrepreneurship, the community, some of the unique aspects of entrepreneurship that young business owners are facing. We talked about equipping, we talked about networking, collaboration, community, and a number of great things. And we just had a couple of questions on our post-show wrap-up. Dr. Newbold, would you like to go first?
Sure. Thank you, Dan. I just want to point out that the network has been around for a little over a year. They started in December of last year, and I was just wondering if the guys could just provide a little bit of the highlights from the first year.
Can I take that one?
Yeah, take it.
If I were to be honest, the fact that we've been able to keep it growing and going for a year has been a win within itself. But we did have some great outreach from local community leaders. So we did have Gil Staley come and speak with us. Now he's the head of the EDP. So that was really good for us to see kind of around the corner what the future holds for the Woodlands and allow us the opportunity to convey that to the group so they can kind of plan accordingly, knowing who's coming in, what sort of jobs are coming in. And from there, that actually led us to get in contact with our Congressman, Kevin Brady, who came and spoke with us recently. We've had a lot of great traction. We've gained a lot of membership, and the future's never looked brighter. It's been a great year.
Yeah, I really think that over the past year, everybody can feel a good dynamic of where we're headed in the next couple of years. There's been a big shift with the younger demographic here in our community really getting involved, and I think that was part of our goal, was to really bring everyone together and have a voice for our demographic.
And surprisingly, and this isn't a firm number, so if you ask me to dig it up, I can't make any promises for you guys, but I do know one of them is that out of pocket between Ross and myself, we only put out about $2,500 to make these events happen. Now, as far as PR, we did have some partners that helped us with the printing of the flyers and the collateral pieces, but with that overhead and that sort of output and operating cost for the first year, we've had over $3 million in commerce passed around within the group. So that's been a huge...
That is fabulous. And so, listen, if you're a young entrepreneur, for that matter, if you're an entrepreneur of any age, you need to connect with this group. Guys, give us the Facebook location that would be the best way to connect.
It's facebook.com/The Woodlands YEN, and if you switch out the facebook.com and the / for the @sign, now you've got our Instagram and our Twitter, so @The Woodlands YEN.
And there are two groups, so you will see a public page that will have all of our event details and stuff like that, but there's a private group, and that private group is the one that has 1,900 people right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing I was thinking about is that, okay, you're connecting a lot of people, you're collaborating so that they can find equipping, mentorship, skills, tools, different ways and methods and resources to grow their business. Give us an example of one person maybe that comes to mind that, you know, came into the network and where you actually saw some real success or traction, a success story, if you don't mind.
I would love to take this one. I've got a buddy of mine who I had no idea he lived here in the Woodlands. We went to college together in Ruston, Louisiana, at Louisiana Tech University, and he found me on Facebook, saw what we were doing with the group, and said, hey, I had no idea you lived here. I love what you're doing in the community. I would love to get involved. How can we help? And this guy, he's a dentist. He has a dental practice here, Dr. Michael Semino. I would love to give him a shout out because he brings his staff to every event, and they're all in scrubs. They set up the table. They have all their marketing stuff.
That's because they're working late.
And they have done a phenomenal job. I see so many people from our network go in, take pictures, check in at his location, and it has been amazing to see the growth strictly from his involvement in our group.
Yeah, that's fabulous. And so that's actually really helped to grow his business, it sounds like.
Definitely, definitely.
So if you're on the sidelines, you need to get off the sidelines and you need to meet up, join up, and get involved with this group. So guys, one more time, great contact information. Maybe share your cell phone, somebody that might want to reach out to you and, hey, I've got questions, or I want to learn a little bit more about what you're doing next year. Why don't you share a little more contact information and we'll wrap it up.
Well, I will tell you personally, we both get the Young Entrepreneurs email. So that email address is thewoodlands@yahoo.com. You can always reach out. It goes to both of us. But personally, you can reach out to my personal email, rossflurry@hotmail.com. Or if you're interested in the mortgage aspect, if I can help with the mortgage side of financing a new home, reach out anytime. 318-288-9593 is at my actual cell.
Yep.
And
Evan?
again, yeah, so we do share the woodlandsyen@yahoo.com. You can reach me at my email address, which is eoblair@yahoo.com, or you can give me a call or shoot a text to my direct line, which is 832-794-0072.
Yeah, I love to see it. I'm real excited about what you're doing. You guys are the future. John and I really being a little more like seasoned vet guys to see young, passionate leaders. And this is largely a community service endeavor for you guys. So we're excited about the work that you're doing, and we want to thank you for coming on the show. Don't forget you can download a complete replay of their show at houston.shrimptankpodcast.com and go to iTunes. You'll grab it there. We will see you next week.
Thank you for having us.
See ya.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank.